Hi, good morning. I'm Chris, and this is,
Ed.
and we want to welcome you to Guide to Be Ron. And again, thank you so much for following us. Please don't forget to subscribe, leave your comments. We really appreciate it. We love this stuff. Today's topic is going to be: should education be based on age or test scores? Education. We are in the United States of America, New York. Horrible, horrible nightmares. I mean, the stuff that happens in our education system is just a mess. It's a really mess. What do you think?
Yes, there is a huge problem, and one of them is when you say education, you mean the grades.
So
Like in what grade should a kid be, depending on how much knowledge he has or she has.
I think that when I say horrible is the fact that the whole system is messed up. The
Yes,
whole system is messed up. And when I say the whole system, I want to clearly say that the teacher unions have a lot to do with it. A lot to do with it. A lot to do with it. I'm not a big, teachers union supporter. I think they do more harm than good. But we're not talking about that. But that do have an impact on the overall.
no, the union teacher is great.
The fuck you talking about,
It's
man?
great. They help.
Are you who the help themselves?
No, then they will be up to the government to decide everything. The teachers need to have their say also to for their problems, the different issues.
No, they don't.
How come they cannot get together and also, bargain together
Let me ask you
to a
something.
better
Let me ask you
deal?
something. Let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
In the world,
Mm-hmm.
okay, who else have a union teacher?
Oh, but that is
Who?
very.
Who? I'm asking you. I'm asking you.
Mm-hmm.
Who has a freaking union teacher like the one that we have here?
Oh, like the one that we have here?
Yes.
No way.
And everywhere in the world, education is better than here.
Yes,
So how you gonna tell me?
but they have unions.
How you gonna tell me that the education
Mm-hmm.
is the greatest because we have
No,
this?
I'm not saying that.
But
I'm
that's what
saying
you just said.
no. I said
That's what you
a
just
union
said.
is great for the teachers. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
If
see,
you're an
see,
employee,
but you see,
you want to have a union to
what you
defend
see,
your
that's the problem.
interests.
That's the problem.
What is the
They
problem?
care about the teachers and not the students.
The unions, of course, they
Oh,
should.
man. Anyway, we got to do a show about that.
Okay, that's the next one.
Because you know what the fuck you're talking about. Do your research. No, we're talking about today is about scores and age, right?
Of course, like in a grade, should a kid be able to skip some grades and go up if he can reach the knowledge of that, or the score for that level?
So real quick, just to leave it out there so we don't get sued. We're not experts.
Do not follow that
No,
advice.
don't listen.
Do not take your kid and start
Yeah,
self-educating you.
don't do a paper saying I got my information from Chris and Ed. Don't do that. We just two dudes just giving our opinion on things, and education is big. Education is huge because our budget is huge. We have the biggest budget in the world,
Mm-hmm.
in the world
Mm-hmm.
on education. I mean, some
Just New York budget in education is bigger than a lot of countries. The whole
the
budget.
entire country's budget. I mean, and this is, and a lot of it is, and I keep saying this because I think it has a lot to do with it. The horrible way that the unions are managing the education
No, that's
system in New
BS.
York.
Okay, let's but
It's
let's let's,
horrible.
let's concentrate on this thing. What do you
Yes.
think? Kids should go like should be able to skip or backwards. Should they be able to fail a grade and repeat the grade because they didn't achieve certain tests?
So I think that one of the things that I think, okay, so there's a traditional education system, right?
Mm-hmm,
Where
mm-hmm.
you learn English, language, you learn history, math, science. That's a
Okay,
traditional, learning style, right?
okay.
And then now, little by little, it's something that is developing and is growing. It's actually growing a lot. It's in the more what you call it a hands-on technological way of learning, right? You learn by doing things. You learn by letting you, like they let you do what you want to do and see how far you can go. That's a new way of learning. I think that's going to be the future of learning. If there's one thing we know, listen, sadly, I had to say, I went to college. Yeah, you can see. You know, I'm the perfect example of college education.
And you there's nothing. You took nothing
Yeah.
from there.
If you would talk to me, you'd be like, no way you went to college. But that just shows you the education system where we are,
But
right?
what I would say is that if you want to grade how things are now, right? Like what will be the test score of the whole education, is actually not doing well for the amount of money and time that
Yeah,
is.
definitely.
Like the kids are going 7 hours, 5 days of a week through like 12 years,
Yeah,
right? And even a lot of the schools even send them homework.
yeah,
So all of them, if you see for how much they learn, uh, it's totally a ripoff. It's pretty much a daycare, a very well paid daycare.
I mean, look.
I mean, I'm talking about public schools.
Look, I mean, and this is happening right now. A lot of it's alarming the number of students that when they get to college, they have to take remedial classes because they're not even at college level. So they have to take remedial classes on the basics,
And that is normal.
and that's like
That's normal.
that's the sad part.
We're not even talking about
Yeah.
the extreme cases where kids have graduated not knowing how to read and write.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. That's even worse.
Like
That's
there
even
is
worse.
so many cases. It's no,
And-
but usually they do learn how to read and write.
But the thing is, look, reading and writing is one thing, but when you say, like for instance, right, you say, hey, listen, I went to, and again, I want to say college because there's a difference between college and high school, right? When you tell somebody, yeah, I went to college and I graduated, they expect you to be able to understand reading and writing at a skill that is at that level skill. You know what I mean? When you just say, "Oh, I got a GED," yeah, it's great. That means that you didn't give up. But they know the expectation, right? When you say, "Oh, you just got to do it in high school," which is also great. I mean, any education is great, but the expectation is also there,
Of
right?
course, absolutely, it's totally different.
But when you say I graduated high school and you can read or write still, then it's really alarming because that means that this is the problem. They just keep pushing you and telling you be somebody else's problem, and that's a problem when they just pass you through your age instead of your test scores, right? I remember, I tell you because I was not born in the United States, but I never forget a day. I was in the 11th grade, 11th grade, right here in the in the United States in New York,
Brooklyn.
and I had a friend of mine. He didn't speak Spanish. We used to play handball together, um, and one day he saw my science book. Right, I'm in the 11th grade. He was in the 10th grade, right? And I'm talking about years ago. But this actually happened to me, and I felt so embarrassed because I was walking with my book, my science book, and he looked at me and says, "Wait, I thought you were in the 11th grade." And he said, "Yeah. How come you're using a 7th grade book?" And I, what are you talking about? Yeah, I used that book when I was in 7th grade, and I was in an ESL class. I was in a bilingual class. You know, so I was in the 11th grade in a bilingual class using a book that he used when he was in the 7th grade. And up to this day, because sometimes I think about it, up to this day, I'm like, so people that graduated at 12 thinking that we are like we graduated high school and like we are 12th level, literally we were like a 7th, 8th grade level if you compare us to everybody else.
Because that's the problem with bilingual
Yeah.
classes, especially with Spanish. There are so many um, like the classes that do that, there are whole classes that only speak Spanish,
Yeah, yeah,
and they are no moving into the
yeah,
English.
yeah. Now, I did ask the counselor, later on, hey, how come we using a seventh grade book? And the answer was, well, for two reasons. One, we don't have a bilingual teacher at that level. That was one, and two, we don't have the books to give you guys at that
I
level.
thought he was going to say, and second, you are dumb.
I mean, you know what? Back in the days, they would tell you stuff like that because
They will
there was
totally
no
tell
such
you.
thing as to hurt my feelings.
No, no,
You
no.
know?
They will tell you.
Yeah,
You're a dumbass.
you're I love those days. That's what the good old days. That's what the good old days. Yeah, they used to just tell you flat, hey, no, you can't handle the book. Yeah, but those were the reasons that I was given. One, hey, we don't have a teacher to teach you guys at that level, which to me is kind of ridiculous because the teachers all they do is read the book.
Of course.
They
What else
and
can they do?
Yeah, so there's two types of books. There's the student's book, and then there's the teacher's book. And the teacher's book just has references and had to ask questions and things like that. But it's the
And you
same
can
book.
even buy it.
Yeah, you can even buy
You
it.
can
Yeah,
even buy
you can,
the
the
teacher
teacher's
book.
book. Yeah, yeah, you can. Yeah, that's why I keep saying unions. Come on, unions. Anyway, it's going to be a different topic one day.
Great. Unions are great.
No, they're not. I mean, unions are great. I think that the
For the
education.
teachers.
No, unions in general are good,
No, I'm
but
saying the teacher union is great for the teachers.
yes, for the teachers. But I think that they forgot their main mission, and they spend a
No,
lot of
the
money.
union teacher mission is defend the teachers.
Yes, yes, yes.
But people, for some reason, they wanted to defend the kids.
No, no,
No,
no,
that's
no,
the
no.
parents and the government.
Yeah. See, yeah, you know what?
Of course, it's
It's
like
no, no, no,
the
no.
union, the doctor, the union of the nurses. They should be caring about
So, so,
the
so,
patients.
so,
No, they care about the.
yeah, and you're right. But the way they frame it is that they are for the education of the student. That's what I don't like about it. The way when you listen to them and the way they frame it, we're doing this for your kids, but they're not. They're not doing it for your kids.
Okay, but that's reasonable. That's like the most reasonable thing ever.
Okay, and
Imagine the unit. I used to have a friend that he was actually the American president of drivers of the union of drivers. This guy was huge. Like he had so much money that it was insane. And
scamming the drivers.
a lot of that.
Of course, man. Come
But he
on.
had like millions of dollars coming to him. Well, anyway, but what is the point? The point. Imagine we are caring about the passengers. The passengers are our main goal.
Their safety.
They have water. Are they happy? Like who cares? They are there for the drivers. Of course, and absolutely that.
Yeah, so one of my issues with the teachers unions are that they get so much money, they get funded through us.
Mm-hmm.
The union teachers
Yeah,
are
there is
funded.
a lot of that.
No, fuck you. There's not a lot of that. That's what it is.
No, a lot
All the funding. Okay, I shouldn't say
a
all
lot
of
of the
it.
states have actually
I
canceled
shouldn't
that.
say all of. Yeah, I'm talking about New York. We live in New York.
Okay.
Okay, in New York, I think almost 80% of the revenue of their money is state funded.
Yes.
Okay, because they vote as a block.
Mm-hmm.
We know who they vote for.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's what I gotta say about that.
Yes.
Until we talk about that. No,
okay,
that's not. Don't say it's a lot. That's what it is.
Let's focus about the kids, right?
Yes. Okay.
So imagine you have a kid. He goes in case of most of the states of the union, it's like 180 days that they have to be in school. In New York, it's exactly 180. You cannot, if they are less than that, they don't get certified. That's why sometimes have you noticed that you have to go and pick up your kid in I don't know, like you dropping at 8, and then you go and pick them up at 10:30. because they pretty much have like a hard day or whatever
Yeah.
it is. It's because they want to count that day into the 180.
Yeah, I think once you pass so many hours, it counts as a day.
Right,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
no, they have to add it as many days as they can, so they can get the 180.
So let me ask you this.
So, but this is my point, right? I have a point. So if they go like pretty much 7 days, 7 hours a day, and most of the studies about this, they just pretty much show that they actually study 2 hours. 5 hours are for everything else, like being in group activities or whatever it is. But the learning is just 2 hours every day.
I would think so. Yeah, people, school and well, yeah, I would say a little bit more,
They have a
but they
study
don't
with,
learn the whole entire
no, like a teacher teaching.
teaching. Yeah, it's not
It's like oh no, let's say the other way. A student learning
yeah.
is just 2 hours a day, right? And there is a lot if you think about it. They are just kids.
I don't think so, but
But that's what they in average. Even talking about private schools, even
yeah.
the good schools, even they just teach them 2 hours, and then you have homework that is that is insane. So
Listen.
you are 2 hours there. You just
Listen.
learn 2 hours, and then you have homework.
I'm going to tell you this. I just to let you know something. I want to talk about something in a minute, but look, in the world, most of the world is bilingual already. If not bilingual, trilingual. I mean, if you're born in Europe, you will speak 3 to 5 languages, no problem. That's average. That's normal.
Okay.
Okay.
Not really, but there's a lot of that.
No, it's not a lot of it. That's what it is.
Okay.
I mean, in Europe, most Europeans speak more than one language.
Not really. No.
Yes.
I know we went told that, but it's not.
No.
true.
That's yeah.
Like the French, for example. They have like pretty much they only speak French.
Because everybody hates the French. Who likes the fucking French? But even they hate themselves.
But now you have the Germans that because like
the Germans,
something happened in history.
Oh, Germans gotta be Germans, man.
You know that thing of if we would have lost the war, we all ended up speaking German. So the Germans lose the war and they ended up speaking English. That's what happened. But then you have Spain. Spain also it has no as France. I'm sorry, but very low levels of second languages.
So in Europe, it's very.
You're talking about Denmark. That's what you're talking about.
In Europe, most people speak more than one language.
No, really, no.
Yeah, they do. In the United States, they don't.
You're not talking about the immigrants, right? You're talking about the native
people.
Okay.
It's look in the United States. If you go to and I'm not talking about like the country. I'm talking about when you compare it to the United States.
Okay.
Their population are usually bilinguals, or they speak even more than 2 languages.
Okay.
That's like a normal thing. And when I say normal is that if you grab 10 people, at least 3 to 4 will speak a more than one language.
In Europe.
In Europe.
Not really, but okay.
In South America, I think it's almost the same.
Not really, no.
So,
I think the people that you have met. No, for real. Like you probably are in another social circle or social different level.
Most countries teach English as a second as.
None of them learn it.
Okay, so what does learning means?
That you can speak it.
Okay, now, and this is what this is about, the levels, right? Because I can go to Japan right now, and
who also do not speak a second language at all.
Who, Japan? No.
Yeah, they don't.
Japan, no. Actually, they speak a lot of English. I mean, you speak English.
No, at all. If you see the level, you see the levels, right?
English is an international language. You can go. You can listen. I travel, and right now, most countries even have English signs everywhere. You know, and most countries have adopted English language words in their vocabulary.
You see, so is that what? I'm not trying to bother you, but It's the people that you've met. So
No,
no. So if you go, for example, to Peru, right? The Peruvians have English schools where you go, you send your kids, and it's not like they learn English. No. The classes are in English. These kids just speak like a native American. The same have the French have the same, the Japanese have the same.
so
But if you go and you leave that little circle, that is
yeah.
like the one percentage, to tell you the truth. In Japan, nobody speaks English. Nobody at all. In German, they do. In France, no as the Japanese, but very little.
So when it comes, because we're getting way off our
Yeah,
topic,
let's
but
go back.
I
Let's
just
go back.
wanted, I just
So what
wanted,
I'm just saying is,
I,
with 2 hours studying every day,
yeah.
a kid could learn pretty much the basics.
So look, right now, and just to finish with this, because I do want to speak about something. If you look at in around the world,
Mm-hmm.
the age between 15 and 30, they do speak another language.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because this is the techno group, the
Mm-hmm.
people that are online on websites listening to music, watching movies and all these things,
Mm-hmm.
so they do have some sort of knowledge in another language.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if you go over 30 and 40 and above, it's difficult because they didn't get that. But
Mm-hmm.
nowadays,
Mm-hmm.
because technology, a lot of people speak another language.
Mm-hmm.
Now, going back to what we were talking about, look, at what grade, at what age, let's go age first, right? At what age should a student be able to get tested?
I mean, right now it's pretty much from the beginning.
Okay, now, yeah, but at what, so if,
But should it count? That's what you mean?
yes, at what time should it, at what age do you think a child should be given a test to decide, yeah, you know what the hell you're talking about? Oh, okay, I see that you have some sort of knowledge.
But okay, but if that kid does not pass that test, you think he should be held back?
No, no, I did. No, no.
No, just in general.
Answer my question first.
Mm-hmm.
Give me an age.
Any age, you should be checking what is happening with the kid.
Okay, give me an age.
Nine,
Because
10.
okay, okay, so based on that, let's say 10, right?
Okay.
So you're telling me that based on that, the education system that we have has I would say what, 7 years? Because now pre-kindergarten starts at 3 now, right? So it has 7 years with a child, and now we can say, hey, let's find out where this child is,
Mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Right. So 7 years. Right. Okay. So now this child is 10, and this child is going to get the first real test, which is going to be composed of science, math, history, and knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Like IQ questions. Like
Mm-hmm.
uh, now, who makes a decision on where the kid is going to go now?
Well, in the case of you mean the SATs, right?
Yeah.
In
Well,
that,
wait, before no, not the SATs. I'm talking about the 10-year-old. Now,
of a 10-year-old
yeah,
kid,
yeah.
the teachers
The
usually do it
teachers
right
now.
now.
One
To,
of
but to hold a kid back, the teacher cannot just do it by himself or herself. The principal have to get involved. The counselor have to be involved. It's very
okay.
difficult that a kid
So
repeats a class.
so let me ask you something. Now let's go back to this kid.
Mm-hmm.
This kid went to the system,
Mm-hmm.
roll at 3.
Mm-hmm.
Now is 10. He's
Mm-hmm.
been 7 years in the public system,
Mm-hmm.
right? Going to school on time, eating lunch, going to the classes. Now he's 10. He's going to get tested. Now the test score goes from like years from 0 to 100, right? 65 is passing, and let's say that this child gets a 50, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do we look at?
Mm,
What should we look at this moment? Should we look at the grade? Should we look at the tools that the student got? What material did they use to teach his child? Should we look at the average kids in that class, or should we look at, hey, look at this kid? He's a single parent family. They divorced. The mom is an alcoholic. And this and that. Or should we look at that?
everything, but there is no good answer, especially because the people that are trying to answer these things, right? They are coming with new techniques, new
So you're
labels.
finding excuses for the
That's
child.
what I'm saying. Yes.
So see, and that's what we're talking about. We're finding excuses for the
Mm-hmm.
child,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, there is a lot of that. Yes.
Because if from, and of course it's undisputed that a child that lives and not it doesn't have to be 100%, but it helps a lot when a child is in a two-parent home.
I heard about a lot of that. I'm
Yeah.
not sure, but I heard about that.
No, it's a lot of research on it. The child does better, and I'm not saying that all the kids do better when they have a
Yes,
two.
because I have,
Yeah,
of course, there are
yeah.
totally
But
anecdotic theories, but I've seen it.
when you look at the high education, like a high degrees, people that make it all the way to college, graduate, most of them are come from families that were two
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
two families. That's why
mm-hmm.
when you hear about a child that was a single parent and the parent was you even hear in the news. Oh, look at this child made it all the way through all the struggles and all this stuff.
Especially they are orphans. They
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
do feature them. Not if they are like the Victorian or anything like
Oh
that.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
if
But
they just graduate,
just graduate, they made a big
they make
they do
a
it.
big deal.
So we're here right now.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a child that went 7 years in the education system that you think is the greatest, which I don't. And now you get to here, and now somebody got to make a decision. 50. He get the same time. He said this child got the same time than everybody else. He get the same homework, the same exercises, the same everything. We got a 50. What do we do with this child?
Mm-hmm. There is no good options at all. There is no. It could not be fixed basically. I know it's sad to say that,
Yeah,
but
and
like if the parents are not going to be involved, if the school is bad,
yeah.
if the kid now is 14 and does not know how to read and write, you can even teach them that. You can even put them in a special class and teach them how to read and write. But he's not going to ended up loving books or reading or go to college or anything like that. It's too late for that.
I want to tell you. I want to tell you a
Oh no.
story. Yeah, it is. I mean, you wanna. I mean, listen. Some parents. I mean, ones that can afford it, I guess, spend thousands of dollars since the kid is in 4 or 5 years old,
Mm-hmm.
teaching them, doing this, like taking them to academic school, extra school programs, just to get them ready, for college. I mean, some parents, I mean, they go more than above and beyond, but that costs a lot of resources.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you something, okay? And this is
To teach
actually
them teach them what, for example.
so. I think when a parent spends additional
Mm-hmm.
right tools for the child to learn is more to learn discipline, to
Mm-hmm.
learn how to control themselves, how to think, how to react, and as a matter of fact, that opens the door for what I was about to say. I have a friend, I haven't seen her in so many years, but I got promoted before she did, and this lady, she's fucking genius. I mean, she would tell you like she just was fantastic. I mean, she trained me. I mean, she would train people. She would talk to people. Like she would tell you everything. I mean, backwards. So one day I asked her, "Hey, how come you didn't get promoted?" She's like, "I take the test 3 times. I keep failing it. I'm not good at taking tests."
Mm-hmm.
This lady has so much knowledge in her brain,
But there is no good bridge there.
but she said
Wow.
when I take a test, I freeze. I get nervous. I lost track of time. I get stuck in a question and I don't know what to do. Next thing I know, half of my test is empty. And but if you, I passed. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I mean, if you,
It was that easy.
yeah,
And with the seventh grade book.
yeah. No, I'm talking about like this is like
Oh,
later
okay.
on.
Oh,
This is
okay.
like later
I
on.
thought
This is
you
like
kept that book.
no, no, no. This is later on. But that just tells you that some people are not good at tests. Some people could be very, very good at some stuff. but they're not good at testing. They're not. That's why a lot of places now are changing from tests to hands-on. Show it to me, or do it, or do this, do that, and
Absolutely. But all those are just exceptions, right? Like the sites, let's call it. There is a huge, the main thing what is happening is that the education, in elementary school, high school, all of that is crazily bad in the States.
so
Oh no.
it is. But
Like when you ask the knowledge of, you love to talk about the great French people. You go and check the French people, right?
I like croissants.
If you check their students or the Germans and the knowledge of a group of 15-year-old kids, they laugh about how little the American side knows.
Yeah,
Like Americans usually don't almost know geography or history, but in an astonished way.
yeah.
What do you think that is?
Listen. I'm gonna tell you. I have listen. I'll tell you what happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to me when I first came to this country, right? They gave me a test, right?
And you were so here, right?
Yeah, and they gave me a test in Spanish.
Oh,
And they told me I was 2 grades above
yeah.
the grade that I was in here.
Yeah, I have heard that so many
You
times.
know, like they gave me a test of math and but then they told me, yeah, but your age, you have to go in this group because of your age. And then you don't know, you can't speak English, so you got to go into the bilingual system. So I went from being here to being here
Totally.
because of the education system in this country. I mean,
I mean, with 2 hours a day, maybe we can go spend like a week teaching them about countries or something. Because they don't know. I mean,
it's really sad.
it's really
But
sad.
but let me just bring it
Especially
back.
because there is this crazy imbalance, right? That is happening. So the normal kids go to school, right?
Yeah,
And they graduate, and the lack of knowledge is insane. Even if they know how to read and write or whatever it is, right? They can make an essay or whatever, but the knowledge itself,
you know, it's just
like
they
if
don't
you
know.
ask them,
Asking for a flag. Where does this flag come from, or what country, or show me this, or how
okay,
does this works? They have no
but at
idea.
the same time, uh, self education in America after school is huge. Like there is a huge group of Americans that they speak so many languages. They have traveled so much. You are like when you will not believe it, but when you talk with this guy, he will blow your mind of so many things, and it's because that is maybe education was not great, but Americans, like any other people in the world, self-educate in a crazy way.
Well, a lot of it has to do because if there's one thing that we, if there's one thing that that I know is that if you really want to move up in the workforce, you have to be a well-rounded person. Um,
And Americans definitely are.
you know, there's people that are very good at for instance, building this table, right? Like the craftsman is amazing, but that can only take you to a level, right? Now you have to be able to sell it, promote it, and that takes a different skill, right? Right. So a lot of times people just, oh, I'm good at doing this. I don't want to care about that, but that makes you stop there. You know what I mean? So if you were good at making the table, but you're also good at selling and talking and promoting it and giving the visual to people, you now you're an all what they call it all round person,
Of
right?
course.
And that's what self education and extra education means. That you understand that you lack of some things and you want to improve it on that.
Mm-hmm,
You know,
mm-hmm.
Now, what I do want to go back is about this 10-year because he keeps getting away
but
because I know he's going to lose. He keeps losing about this 10-year-old.
But you think that he
I keep
should stay
saying,
there with his peers,
so
or move forward, or we keep
what's happening
back?
now? What's happening now?
No, pretty much he just this 10-year-old
Oh,
kid does
is
not
it?
even know how to read. He will just stay in the same class with his peers
Yeah.
until he graduates.
Yeah.
Nobody will hold him back.
Yeah. So
Not that they should. I'm not sure.
So one of the things that happen, and this is, and sadly again, it really has to do with the school you go to, because some schools do have different programs. Like for instance, if they get to that point, right? Some schools say, hey, listen, whoever scored more than a 90 can go to this program.
No, they are canceling those programs.
Yeah.
In New York.
And why? Because of the freaking unions. Because of the freaking unions.
No,
It's a freaking shame.
No, the unions have nothing to do with that.
Oh yeah, all right. Who idea wants it? Who idea wants it to stop that?
The government wants to equalize everybody, and they see this as a way of have superior grades than others, so they want to get rid of them.
It's amazing that they wanna equalize some things, but for others they don't care, right? Like for instance, basketball. Let's say basketball. Now they don't care about equalize. They don't care about equal opportunity, right? Let's talk about football, American football. Oh, let's forget about that. Let's just put them here. So
and we won.
No, what I'm saying is, listen,
we want to be there.
No, I think fair is fair.
Okay.
And it should be all across.
I see that.
It should be all across. None of the things that you cherry pick should be all across. And this is why I do hate it, the way the education system is run in New York. And it's run by a corrupted freaking system.
But nobody's holding, like, let's say you want your kids to learn extra things, or to have you can go and teach yourself.
Of course.
Absolutely, you can.
No, you're right. You can, out of your pocket.
No. Education now is crazily cheap if you do it yourself.
Do it yourself.
So you can teach your kids play piano, violin.
So let me ask you something.
Or you can teach them
Who
French.
gets hurt? Who gets hurt on this?
What do you mean?
Who gets hurt?
The equalizing thing?
Let me tell you something. Let's talk about this 10-year-old kid. 10-year-old kid. Scores a 50. I think that this kid needs to move and at the same time get additional help. Right? But now, if a kid scores a 90, it should automatically be a listen. Let's see what skills. Let's give him more tests to see what really skill is this child good for. Okay, and the reason for that is because of this. Look, if you don't do that automatically, no matter, you're not looking at names, you're looking at nothing. You're looking at the test score. Look what you just said. If my child scored a 95, but I'm a single parent with 2 jobs, where on earth am I going to find the time to do what you just told me?
Yeah, no.
So what the fuck are you talking about?
No, of course, no. In that case, it's not going to happen.
Of course. So you're hurting the people that you say that you want to help. That shit makes no fucking sense.
There is a lot of that.
No, it's not. That's what it is.
No, it's not. It's not that simple. But I see your point.
Now,
so kids not being held or held?
I think no.
Being promoted or not being promoted?
No. What?
Just keep them with the peers?
No, I think that
everything.
No, so and again, it's so difficult, and you're 100% right with you. It's so difficult because we're talking about one kid, but technically, this kid represents thousands of kids in one school.
Of course,
So when you start breaking it down like that, it's kind of a little bit difficult. I do think that it gets to an age like we're talking about 10, but once a kid turns into like a teenager, then you can actually see what the kid. The student is encouraged to do. There's kids that have so much potential in the arts, right? Like they have a talent. They could draw. They could do sculpture. So given that, let me tell you this. I think I do it. Yeah.
but I see you.
I graduated college, believe it or not.
You're going.
Nobody has ever asked me any question from college since I graduated.
Yes, but the fact that you graduate, it puts you in a different position.
And I get that. But what I'm trying to tell you is
You know,
this.
you didn't use it at all.
Not, not at all.
Nobody does.
Nobody does. That college is a big business. It's a business. It's a scam business. That's a
No,
reality.
not all of that though. Like you go to a nursery school, that is actually
You and your fucking
an
nurses.
architect,
Yeah. No. I mean,
lawyers,
yeah.
doctors.
You're a serious
No,
lawyer.
you're talking about like a business administration or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
That is pretty much
That's
that's
that's a scam. I mean, there are schools that you have to go to school. You have to. Like, if you're a doctor, please go to school. Make sure you graduate on the top. Graduate on the top of the class. At least my doctor, make sure you're on the top.
You find that his doctor is a repeat.
Yeah. How many times you took the test? Oh, damn. Yeah. Some people say that doctors should some technical schools, they should tell you where they graduate, like what level they graduate. They're not going to do that.
But you don't know what the schools they went.
No, you don't.
No, in United States it's big.
Yeah.
In other countries, no.
In other countries.
In other countries, a doctor is a doctor.
Yeah, a
No,
doctor.
no. Here, unless you are like in a ER hospital or whatever, trying to make them your primary doctor. No, people do check that.
Yeah, no, they do, because hey, listen,
You don't want to repeat.
yeah, but going back to this 10-year-old kid, I do think that there have to be options. We spending too much money. We're spending too much money for not to give kids options, okay, and the family options, okay. I remember when I was in Peru, I wasn't good at math, and you know what they made us do? Go to school on Saturdays. We had to go to school on Saturdays. There were times that the teacher would say, "Hey, whoever failed the test for the next month, you gotta come 1 hour before the class."
I don't agree with none of that, but I see your point.
But believe it or not, it makes a difference.
Because look, I'm telling you, you are just studying 2 hours a day.
So
why not just study 3 hours if you are staying back?
look,
Maybe 4 hours.
let me tell you
But
something.
none of that can be done. What they are trying to do is just push it to somebody else.
So look,
That's homework. Like you think about it.
here,
Homework is no more than the teachers pushing what they should have been teaching the kids to the parents.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Homework is a completely
Yeah, nobody does homework at home.
right.
At least nobody learns anything from homework at home.
Okay, but it's just that. It's the teachers. It's like no. We just go and learn it somewhere else. You're not my property.
I'm gonna say something else. I got so many stories. I'm gonna tell you something. This happens to me too. I mean, these things that happen that really left a mark in the, like, it really fucked with my head.
Yeah,
That's
why you fucked up.
fucked with my head. So listen. This is my teacher. One of my favorite teachers in high school. This is high school again. Right here in the United States. It was in high school, and this teacher, it was. I don't want to say his name, but to me, he was a real great teacher. And one day, he was giving a homework, but I would never, because I was so interested in listening. I didn't write. I would just watch, like, the way he would do the math. So he gave a homework, like a big homework, but he did the first exercise in the board. Like, he says, "Okay, I'm going to do the first one so you guys can follow the example," and he did it. I didn't write it. I was just putting attention to what he was doing, and I was like, all right. So then when I went home that night, I did it, and I did all of them. It was 10 exercise, 10 exercise, 10 questions, and I did all of them. I did all 10 of them, right? So everybody gave the homework, and then the next day, he tells me, "Oh, we got somebody here that the parents do his homework," and I'm like looking around, like, I wonder who it is, And then he says, Everybody got number one wrong, but Mr. Laos. And I was like, so what happened? And like I knew what happened. I knew exactly what happened. Everybody copied his example. I didn't. I actually went and I remember his answer and I knew what the mistake that he made. He was in such a rush, he forgot to carry a number. Because the bell already rang. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna come do it first, So and everybody just basically copied the same thing that he did. But instead of this fucking ass telling me, hey, great job, you were the only one that got it, he said,
No, really,
somebody do his fucking wrong. I never forget that. I never forget. Oh, shit. But again, this is just an example of, there's so many examples of how terrible the system in New York is. There's a lot of parents who spend a lot of money with the kids because they see how the system works, and
of course, they are going to do great.
yeah,
Like nothing is going to stop parents that they could, not just I would say one, no, that they could put time on their kids' education. Uh, do it.
yeah.
Nobody's going to stop that. And no unions, no government, no crappy schools. If you want your kid to learn whatever you want them to learn, like a basic culture or history or grammar or math or whatever, nobody will stop you from teaching them. But you said, but what about time? No, some people don't have time.
Let's not even say time. Let's say resources, right?
No, it's very
time,
cheap.
time is no. Time is a resource, and
Okay.
and you saying it's very cheap. There's people that fuck you, man. There's people that right now are living paycheck to paycheck. There's people that right now have to eat just one meal because they don't have enough money to pay the rent. There's people right now that one little thing gets messed up is that now they have to go and borrow money from somebody. So for you to come say like, no, fuck you. That's not the reality for many people. Okay. Now, so just to go over this real quick because we need to. It's really great. First of all, I think we should do more of because the education system really sucks in many ways, and sucks sucks because the money that we're putting in, we're not even getting not even a quarter of the money that we're dumping into
with the time that kids put in school, with the money that is paid, and with great teachers.
Yeah.
Because the teachers are great. It's just the system is not working.
Yeah.
Kids should finish high school learning 2 languages.
Oh yeah.
Know everything about grammar, history. If you ask them, if you compare it with any European kids or Chinese or Japanese kids, they should be to the same level or higher because we spend way more.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that.
But none of that is happening.
Not happening. I mean, this has nothing. This is not a hit on the teachers. Teachers are great. They do a lot. I mean, teachers work hard and they do a lot. They also got put into a pot that is mixed with so much crap, and it's not the teacher's fault. This is the system. The system as it is not working now. I think that tests do matter because tests do tell a story. At least it tells you where it hurts.
And this is the sad part, right? The tests are so important in the schools because they can tell us where the school is going.
Yeah.
But it's going to do little for the kids.
Yeah, yeah.
For the kids that are failing the tests, is doing nothing.
So, but the test scores to me, right? The way they should look at it is two ways. One, okay, so this is the group that we need to focus on and encourage. And two, these are the ones that we should nurture and build them because we see something in them. To keep pushing everybody in the same boat is like you're doing harm for those two opposite groups. Okay, the only one that benefit from that is the middle group. And that middle group is going to move no matter what.
Of course.
But you're taking away from the ones that are like the little end, and you're taking away from the big N, because those two groups should be taken care of in a different way.
Yes,
You know,
and that is not happening
and that's
at
not
all.
happening. Yeah.
Even there are you can see the people that have graduated that are actually applying to colleges and being accepted in colleges. They actually said, I cannot even go there
Yeah.
because I cannot read and write.
Yeah.
And not like, because there are different levels, right? There is this thing of comprehension. You know about this, right? That a lot of people are not considered fluent on reading if they don't have good comprehension,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Even though they can actually read whatever it is,
Yeah.
right?
Actually, now I think that now the question is, can you explain what you read instead of reading? And then can you
Yes.
explain what you read? What is the story about?
Hmm.
They want to make sure that you actually understood what you just read. But listen, this has been a great topic. I mean, we could spend more time on this, obvious. But I think we agree
We
on
should make another episode of
yeah,
this.
definitely, and I think we agree on the path that
And
horrible,
that he's a
horrible path
dumbass.
that we are going. Um, I try to be wrong sometimes, but I can't help
You cannot help it.
it. Again, I'm Chris,
And
and we are Guide to Be Wrong. Please, again, thank you for listening to us, and please subscribe,
please subscribe.
leave your comments, yeah, and write beautiful things about me.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you very much.